Jacob Love. And all I wanna do is all that I know. And all I wanna do is follow my soul. All I wanna do is all that I know. And all I wanna do is follow my soul. Stay true to my home. You wanna know who I am from the roots of it. I ain't afraid to take it back to the truth of it. Ain't afraid to give back, you should do something. A small town, hold me down, and I do love it. See, I'm right here, and I can't lie to y'all. See, I'm just glad that I'm here so I can rhyme to y'all. Okay, my life, I like it simple, like maybe that's why I seem to like the nice and simple type. Man, I'm chillin' on this riverbank, no shirt, no shoes, don't care what my living things. So tell me who's selling out. I don't think it's me, I took a solid route. I ain't trying to find a boot, I ain't in a haunted house. You can find me working or I'm with my dog up on the couch. See, we don't ever ask for much, just a couple $100 in a pickup truck. See, I don't never ask for much, long as I can have fun when the time has come. I guess I'm just a laid-back country folk, tucked up in the house down the country road. I was country born and now I'm country grown, nothing but solid gold in these country souls. See, I don't never ask for much, just a couple $100 in a pickup truck. I don't never ask for much, or maybe I don't ask for enough. Wanna know who I am from the roots of it. Ain't afraid to take it back for the truth of it. Ain't afraid to give back, you should do something. Small town, hold it down, and I do love it. You wanna know who I am from the roots of it. Ain't afraid to take it back to the truth of it. Ain't afraid to give back, you should do something. Small town, hold it down, and I do love it. See, I'ma take you back to 95, when I had nothing but play inside this mind of mine. So let me take you back. If you could see my eyes, you see the eyes of a child who had a blessed life. And now I can feel the hate around me. That don't mean we have money, homie, and I'm by no degree. And I don't even need all that, cause people notice me. And I don't need to be all that, so I write poetry. And now I get critiqued like the sighting of an alien. I don't think I'm human, no homo sapien. I ain't the same man I was last night. Must have been an assassin in my last life, cause all my life I've been killing it on this mic. And I'm just trying to do it like the rest don't. Always trying to make a song for the next show. Hoping God will let me know when I stumble down the right road. See, we don't never ask for much, just a couple $100 in a pickup truck. And I'll never ask for much, as long as I can have fun when the time has come. I guess I'm just a laid-back country folk, tucked up in a house down the country road. I was country born and now I'm country grown, nothing but solid gold in these country souls.
Hello everybody. Welcome. Um, Let me do my thing, double check and make sure that the sound's coming through. It's OBS says it's coming through, and I'm almost to the point where I trust it. Almost, but you ready? Yeah. Because I've done that before. I did a stream completely muted, the entire stream, until somebody like half an hour in, somebody's like, "Hey yo, you're muted." Oh, well, I'm laughing, but there might be kind of an emergency going on tonight, so we'll see. I need to be on the ready to answer my phone, so I'm gonna be keeping an eye on my messages. I'm trying to, little backstory, and nothing illegal. I hate that I have to preface that all the time, but I do have, well, for one, I'm on several watch lists, but also, yeah, I have a checkered past, so I just assume that everything I say and do is like slightly passively being tracked. But so the backstory on this is I'm trying to help somebody immigrate legally from China to Central America, and it's proven problematic to say the least. And he's one of my colleagues now. Like, I consider him a colleague, even though I barely know the guy. And he could totally be a spy. He could totally be one of many things. And at any point in our interaction, he could have been compromised. And you know, all of these things. Like, people. I say this because I passed this by one of my boys, and like he was like, "I don't know, man. I wouldn't do anything with it." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm being careful. So, anyways, I was very careful not to do anything or say anything illegal or immoral. Oh, hey, look, it's me. But we are going to do that today. We are going to do some CodinGame stuff. So let's go to, because this all meshes, and I was actually going to try to do some work with this, and I still am too. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't want to go into details, for privacy reasons and all that on his end, and I don't want to get him in any more trouble. But basically, yeah, that's why I was doing the Spanish thing, because I'm trying to teach Spanish or learn Spanish really, because yo hablo, pero mi español es como un niño y es muy despacio y no puedo hablar los futuro y pasado. Certain things I can't do grammar horribly, horribly with the grammar. So I still have a lot of. Oh, actually, wait. Huh. That was fortunate. I just happened to be this, but what I need to do is I need to shrink it down, and I had tons of things. And actually, I don't even care. Like, I mean, yeah, I've got Gmail and philanthropy, and oh, maybe that one needs to be tucked. Let's just, oops, let us hide. Ah, sorry, I'll just do it over here. Where is it? See? Bookmarks and lists. Hide bookmarks bar. There we go. So even if I happen to accidentally show you all my screen, yeah, I'm from FOCO. I'll say that. I represent Buena Vista, actually. That is my stomping ground. That is my home. That is my area. I would throw down for BV. In fact, I have. I played sports and I beat the crud out of people for fun. Oh, wait. I need a chat room. My bad. Or the chat. Let me pull the chat here. Still a novice? Is it? Well, relearning, actually, I should say. But I was a novice last time. Chat. Need to go here. Creator dashboard. I've got a lot of interesting things to talk about. I might have actually seen a Fed probe from posing as a gangster. That's interesting. So, manage stream and chat, pop out chat. Here we go. There we go. Pop out the chat, throw it here, but not too close because then it does that weird thing. And I still need to fix this too. One of these days I'll be going in and like doing a real deep dive in fixing up my channel, but today's not that day. I got too many other things going on. So, oh, and I have 100 bits too. See, I do those surveys, and it's weird. I like to just give it to people that I like watching their streams, but at the same time, giving out bits, there's like a subtle nuance to it. And I don't ever expect that kind of shenanigan here. I just like the free platform because it gets my voice out, and we're working on some projects. So, what kind of projects, you may ask? Well, here's the website. Actually, wait, should I do that on? Well, here, this one I'll just do Nightbot. Yeah, so I have Nightbot on my channel for my A-Rye. Let's see, messages, all that good stuff. What I need to do is go to commands and come on. Okay, so these are all the commands that I have. Let's test them out. So we got table flip. It's one of my favorite ones because it's flip of the table. It's like, there's also table reset. So we flip the table, table reset. We got to reset the table. The duality, the yin yang. We got to fix that. So OSCS, that's outdated. Commands. mm, music. Let's do another one. New command. Music. Uh, but then I need to update this every time. Well, you know what? For now, it's just Jacob Lyle. Oh, like something moved. Anyways, Jacob Lyle. Let's copy his info there. Oh, I gotta get rid of some of these. Oh, there's a Proxmox thing. I'm doing some of that. Free code camp. Here we go. Okay, Jacob Lyle. Okay. Everyone. Yeah, everyone can use the commands. All right, create. Now let's try it. Music. Yeah, Jacob Lyle. And actually, let's even edit that. And I'm going to be using a whole lot of his music for a lot of things. I'm getting into TikTok-y, YouTube Shorts. I'm doing all the things and stuff. I'm going to promote my buddy. So, actually, a little backstory, and I wanted to say this before I get too far into it. This is my buddy from BV. We actually haven't seen each other in like a decade or many, many years. Before like was that maybe 4 or 5 years now ago? I don't know. Anyways, we didn't talk and see each other for like ever. And then all of a sudden, it's like, we live in NoCo, so it's like, or actually just Colorado, but like, I mean, because I don't even know where he's at now, but like, I'm up in NoCo, and that's where so like, and for a while there, he was over working at a dealership and whatnot, using YouTube to sell vehicles, which is all fine and good, and that's actually very interesting that marketing has crossed into that. But let's actually look at his YouTube. Well, so there's Anthony Wright's code, and he's already featured on my. Well, this is the YouTube, and this is one thing I've been adding to my website, are all these things. In fact, let's pull that up. So we have. I saw what I saw because I stood on the shoulders of giants, and that's actually a quote that is featured on Colorado State University's campus on one of the statues on campus. It just means that like you ain't all that. You saw what you saw because other people before you saw more, and they helped you to get this. Like, I didn't invent this phone, I didn't invent this computer, this monitor over here, like the heat in the house, none of it. I didn't give none of it. And sorry, that might be an exaggeration, but I get all heated about that because the rich people think that, like, oh, I have a lot of money, therefore I am more important. No, we all act the same. We're all the same. It's 99.9% the same according to science. In fact, let's Google it. What is the percentage of how biologically similar all humans are? And I hate that I have to say that because that makes it sound like I'm an alien or something. Oh, and then my background just changed. Whew. Let's actually look at that real quick. All right, anyways. Now you can see my apps. Yeah, that's whatever. There's no secrets there. I got stuff, shortcuts to stuff. I've got a bunch of corn. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything like that, even on this computer. And again, I assume that the feds are watching everything, and they probably have bots like installed on my networks and all this. Like, people think that this is like James Bond stuff. No, this is like Todd and entry level like work to put a bot on someone's network. Like, get over yourself. Again, humble yourself. So yeah, all humans. Wait, what is this? Uh, I am interested. Let's try it. But I didn't want to do that right now. Okay, here we go. And then I need to get rid of some of these. Okay, so these are I'm starting to feature these people on my website. I think Nibbles is actually the name of the box. Sorry, at first I was like, oh, Nibbles, but no, I think this is the site to where you can get a hack the box type thing. This is a former military. You can find him in here, but like he has a LinkedIn somewhere in here, and I actually saw him, I think, from LinkedIn. So here, let's maybe go in here. You got to be really careful not to put someone on Front Street that doesn't want to be on Front Street. Like, and by what I mean by that, and see, let's see, go to YouTube. Well, this is for the company. Okay, maybe 187 subscribers. That's funny. But anyways, hmm. Oh, that's sick too. Look at that. It's got like the purge. Cause see, and that's the next thing is like the wealthy know that they're one step away from a purge, and like, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, they want people distracted and like, like fighting each other and divided, and we're fixing divides left and right, and like, and it's kind of funny. Like President Trump, I will call him that because he's the president. I'm sorry if that offends you. It offends me, but he is the boss. And when I briefly for like a few weeks enlisted in the Marines and military intelligence, and then I washed out. So no glory, no nothing. Know that. Um, but I tried, and this guy was in the military. And plus, he's just really good, like too. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter that he was in the military. I just think that's cool to note. And if you find his LinkedIn, you just gotta find his name in here, and then like I think it's actually gonna be under a video description. And if you look like, okay, we've got this. That looks like, I don't know if that is the same person. Let's not have the music because I don't want to get hit with a copyright or something. Actually, that looks like someone else. Hold on, see, no glasses, not completely indicative of a different person, but maybe it could be the same person. Maybe he just has contacts in this one. You can even see the same. Well, actually, wait, no, no. See, see, I can't tell. He's looking to the side. Like if he was looking straight, does he look straight ever? I mean, he kind of goes back and forth, but this is more. And so right there, that tells me this is probably somebody different, or he's trying a really different. And see, and that's the thing. Like, not to seem racist, but when you're used to seeing a certain, that's why, like, yep, nope, that's someone different. Did you see? He looked at the camera. That's got to be someone. See, I don't know. Could also just be like later in the year. He could have had his haircut differently, but no, the haircut even looks the same. Wait, yeah, not enough to go on. But actually, I almost feel like, yeah, that haircut is different. But anyways, without sounding any more racist than I already do, and I apologize, I'm not trying to do that with into evil intent. He is featured on my website, so let's actually go into this. Um, wrong one. My favorite content. Here we go. Oh, wait, and that's. I know why that is. Hold on, we gotta fix this. No, that's in security. Here's HTML, then rec. Rec content recommended. That's what it was. I remember it was rec. So I need to fix the stub in index so it's here. Do the edit pencil. I love how GitHub has done this now. Like you can just edit in the browser and like same with CodinGame too. And like and we will get to that. I apologize. I did tag CodinGame. I'm on the website. We will get to that. I always feel guilty like when I'm doing other things, even though this is actually code. Well, I'm talking other things like I'll do Minecraft and stuff. Although I did see a streamer the other day do exactly that. Have like CodinGame, Minecraft, and then like another thing. And I like that. Like, I mean, that's about as spontaneous as I like to be too. Um, so I am looking for my recommended contact. Here it is, rec content. Okay, so we got that. I love it. And then Copilot, look at this. I don't even have to write the commit message. Update link to a new content list page. Yes, and it even knows what I'm talking about. Unless everything's content now. That could just be a way like South Park has Stan doing the cold calling. So I was back to the other situation. Like, dude. Oh, hey. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, sorry. There we go. So that's one of my friends that and it's not even like that too. She's got a boyfriend. We're all like, and I'm happy for her and all that, and it's great. But she is a good friend from back in the day, and like she's talking about sports and like, the Bears have the same colors as the Broncos, right? See, I don't watch sports because I'm such a spaz that I gotta see like I like spaceships blowing up and stuff. Like that's like the kind of that's what my idea of entertainment was. All the other like sports is just kind of it's slow pace. I mean, if there aren't aliens and lasers and like Chicago Bears, Chicago. But I have a lot of friends from Chicago, Rockford. Yeah, they're blue and Chicago Bears colors. White, navy blue, burnt orange. Yeah, there it is. So they're basically the same as the Broncos as far as the colors go. So, although burnt orange, that might look a little more. Trying to see, I got. Well, I took it down. I used a Bronco blanket that my brother Abdul got. Um, yes, you heard that right. My brother, I consider him family. But anyways, actually, she's kind of like family too. But I mean, Abdul, like that, kind of like this. My homegirl. We're gonna talk about this today. It's from my homegirl Stephanie, who is no longer with us. I'm gonna put this on my website. Oh yeah, and then I love this too. She's got the the spray paint cans. I'll put my hand right on it. Yep. It actually folds out. She did the two cans. Faux show, but nah. Now I'm all a little sad too. But in memoriam, and that's one of the recent things I did. Let's see. So rec that saved. It's got some time to go through. Let's do a refresh. Let's do a hard refresh, shift, control, shift. I don't honestly know which one it is, but none of them really do anything if you do it wrong. Like there's no recourse or bad from that, but you get a better chance, even if it's a time delay. The time that it took us to do that could satisfy the time delay. There we go. See, it's now no longer a broken link. And actually, we'll pull this down so you can see my massive amount of tabs. Oh my gosh. But also you can see that it now says rec content, and that's recommended content, whereas content list before I just felt like it was a little vague and I had a little trouble remembering what it even was, so I added that additional identifier to the name of the file, and I still did not know what that rec part was until a little bit. But anyways, this is my highly recommended. There's Jacob Lyle at the top. I mean, for one, played football with him growing up. He's a good dude. I know his mom and like all this and like I mean I don't even know her that well, but like we've seen each other around town and like we've talked and like and they know my parents and like or my mom and so actually that's a good point. My dad never did spend a well no he did. I mean he's passed on, but like he's an ancestor now. That's what I was getting at with the on my YouTubes. See that's me. Look at that. I just dropped a short my channel. So, if you're not following me on there, by the time you see this, actually most people will see this on here. I put all of these Twitch streams. Oh wait, where is it? There we go. Twitch 2025 on my YouTube. So even if you missed a stream, I'm putting them, well, almost all of them. I missed one and I'm kicking myself for forgetting to do it because that one got really uncomfortable on here and I apologize to that person if they come back and watch. I did not delete it for a reason that it was uncomfortable. I didn't move it to YouTube because I forgot. And then I thought about it when I was already, and I was like in the middle of getting ready for an international trip and all this, and I was like, eh. And I remembered when I was like at DIA, I think if I remember right, and by that time, well, I wonder if I could do it from this app. I mean, like I wouldn't doubt it, but I haven't tried. And see, that's one of the things I got to learn, and I learned about this new thing today. We won't go down that rabbit hole, but anyways, there's all the streams. There's Borderlands 4. I'm doing a whole playlist and what 34 videos, and I'm barely like started in it. There's the Simpsons update. Oh, this is a montage of all the times President Trump's wife, and I shouldn't be excited to see marital strife, except for this person, our president. He's the boss, but and that's why I brought up the Marines thing, because he is technically the head boss right now, technically, but the country is the boss above him. And really, any Christian is going to say God is the boss above the country. But that's the funny thing about people like this that use Christianity to say, trust me, bro, I'm a Christian. Yeah. That's actually a montage of all the times she's rejected him in public. Will not hold his hand, even though he tries. Nope. I wonder if he yells at her behind closed doors. And that's something else I can't abide by is abusive men. And I hate labels too. Like, I mean, but let me tell you a funny story how I almost jumped one of my professors. I'm just kidding. That sounds more bad than it is. And I wouldn't have actually done that. I was like investigating to see if I should report it to the police because I thought he was beating his wife. But he wasn't. He wasn't, by the way. His poor wife actually was terminally ill with cancer and actually passed away. So that was a big, big misunderstanding on my part. And I'm so glad that I didn't do anything. Even if I did report it to the police, that's what would have been found out. But then he would have been investigated, and we always got to assume that somebody's going to report us. Always assume. That's why I think cops are watching this right now. I mean, for all I know, the government, especially with trying to help this dude, I think there's in some hot water with possibly the Chinese government too. And now I'm a little worried about that. I mean, not for me, for him. I mean, what are they going to do to me? I tried to talk to somebody on the internet, but I'm worried for him if he's in trouble. So if you're watching this, and well, that's who I'm trying to help learn Spanish and Chinese, or Spanish and English, because I don't speak Chinese. Google Translate speaks Chinese, and XApp is connecting everybody around the world. So it's just a beautiful thing. I will still help. He will. So I gotta be careful what I say right now. I will help him. I'm still here to help him on the other side. Like once he gets through whatever's going on right now. I mean, it just doesn't sound good. Anyways, and then in memoriam. So, not trying to segue to this, but this is my Minecraft playlist for in memoriam. Actually, wait, would I get copyright playing my own material? Let's find out. We're not gonna watch this whole thing. It's a
All right, welcome
yeah.
on back to
Oh,
some
sorry if
more
you're in the Middle East.
Minecraft
Uh,
musings. So
then that
I think we'll
because
continue to
this is
add on to
offensive in
the
the Middle
Memorial
East. This
Village.
is offensive in Vietnam.
Been having a lot of fun with this the
This
last
is
couple of
offensive
days.
in
I mean, it
England.
started off with a very
America. But anyways,
solemn and somber subject. The whole subject is pretty somber, actually. I mean, we're talking about people that have
it's my
died that I've
Minecraft
known,
world.
that I've respected. That I mean, even the people that I don't respect, like finding out if they died, like that's rough. I mean, like there was this guy
Oh,
that we were kind of friends, more acquaintances. Like I could tell he was trying to punk me a couple times, and it's just like, dude, or he was like testing the waters to see like how far he could
monkey.
push White Boy, and it's like unaffiliated White Boy, by the way, and he was North Side, I'm pretty sure,
Oh,
but
wait.
we didn't really talk about it a lot because
I forgot. I talk a little more freely about gang stuff on there. I'm not affiliated by any means. I have a lot of friends that are. And I also haven't talked to them in many years. And I don't want to name drop. I said Monkey earlier, but he has actually passed on. He's no longer with us. Um, so, and that was me talking about even the people that tried to mess with me. And I said punk in there, which is a prison term where they try to harass you, belittle you, take advantage of you because they think they can. And and thankfully I've never been to prison, like actual prison, but I've been around enough people to know kind of what it's like from an outsider's perspective. Again, no stolen valor, not riding on any coattails like that. Anyway, sorry, that's a lot of craziness, but that's my YouTube. It's in my bio. I'll work on fixing that up, cleaning it up. But anyways, back to this. There's that music. That Fed probe that I was talking about is El Conejo. Potential Fed probe. And actually, I want to see, like, can you play Spotify? I'm not going to because I asked him permission to play his channel on my channels and he didn't respond. On Twitch, you can technically play Spotify on Twitch by using broadcasting software, but it is against Spotify's term of service for public use and against Twitch's guidelines for copyrighted music. This can lead to issues like muted VODs. Okay, so just don't do it. I mean, it's illegal, first of all, by 2 people. So it's by Twitch's guidelines and by Spotify. So this is why you always want to look things up before you just go do things. I do have full permission from Jacob Lyle to play his songs on my channels. I talk about him and I try to only say what he features on his YouTube. And this is actually where I was going with that. So that's my YouTube. You know, go follow me. It's just A-Rye. That's my nickname, A-Rye. Come on, view the channel. And you can see all my links right there. But yeah, very first, before we even get to the links, I put it in my description. So Jacob Lyle Music, Redman, Method Man. These are only the first ones I started, and I did music. Oh, I actually got to fix that. Ugh, I always got to remember where that's at, too. So that's not music. These are music. These are my top 3 favorite performers right now. And I'm not just gushing over Jacob Lyle necessarily. It's because I know him and I respect him. And if you listen to the words, like that song we had in the intro, that song is like the essence of humble. That song is what real Christianity is like. And I'm not even really practicing a Christian right now, or not a big practicing Christian, but I grew up learning it. It's not like I'm just going to automatically forget everything that I was programmed when I was a kid. Nah, I was an acolyte too. I wasn't just in the church, I was one of the leaders in the church. So, bulla for that. And same with the Marines. Like for that brief stint that I was there for like a couple of weeks, I was not quite there, but I was eyeing that first squad leader spot, you know. And I already had boyos following me and like listening to me and like thinking, oh, he makes sense, you know. And that's how you know, like once you start getting enough of those people, and not scammy too, by the way. That's why social engineering is very delicate, because it's really easy to use powers of persuasion for evil, and oh, it feels so dirty. And I've never done it like with a lot of things, but like when I was a little kid, you know, I used to run with a rough crowd, but not really. Even the rough crowds, they're like not. And actually, let's look at that. Well, first, Jacob Lyle, because we'll go all over the place. So Jacob, and this one's eBay Jacob actually on here, because this is his eBay and resellers business. So go follow him here, subscribe to him here, like watch his videos, throw him likes, and go watch my videos, throw me some likes. Yeah, but no, this. Then also, Bone Thugs. So wait, who's that? Yeah, Hack the Box, Nibbles. Oh wait, they're over here. Well, here we go. So this is one of Bone Thugs, and I love Bone Thugs and Harmony. Growing up, I used to listen to them. That Mo Murder, like East 1999. This is just one of them. This is Lazy Bone. So it's lazy, busy, and actually I had the whole Wikipedia pulled up here because I honestly didn't know. I mean, I hear their names and they say their names on the songs and everything, so that you're supposed to know who they are. And unless you actually like go to the concert, and I'm horrible with names. Like if I remember somebody's name, there's a really good reason for it. If I don't remember somebody's name, it just means that I'm a spaz and I have a lot going on in my memory. It's not like selective out of respect. It's just selective out of like, well, actually, maybe that is like priority. But priority for me could mean life or death and like nearby and like down the street. Like, or it could be on the other side of the world. Like, that makes me sound so much cooler than I am. I'm not that cool. Um, but I do love me some rap and Bone Thugs. Yeah, Busy Bone, Flesh and Bone. And see, as I'm reading, I'm like, Flesh and Bone, actually, I'm trying to like, I don't know if I thought it was flesh and bone. Like I thought that was just someone saying like, you know, we are flesh and bone. Like, but that's actually someone's name, and like, and I didn't know that. I knew there was about 4 or 5 members, and I wasn't really paying attention to like, oh wait, who's this? Oh yeah, and that person. Like, I mean, not really. I did that with Wu Tang actually, as I say that. Wow, my foot is just gonna stay parked in my mouth. And Tech Nine too. I delivered pizza to Tech Nine, and I actually tried to. Oh, I tried to punk him. Not a big punk, but like I tried to step on his toes indirectly to try to impress a gal who knows him. It was the dumbest thing ever. I'm not good at that because again, malicious social engineering where you're trying to lie, fabricate, or fib or otherwise disrespect somebody by trying to pull the wool over their eyes or fraud them or trick them or whatever. Like any way you want to think of it, it's bad. And if you grew up Christian like I did, you know, they say that's hey, that's a bad, don't do that. So, and a lot of people I know that went through the prison system and jails and all that, they turned to God and they turned to Jesus or Islam. They turned to, and that's the other thing too. I hear people argue like, "What Muhammad had like a child bride." Oh, Jesus was hanging around people that were like, doing all sorts of crazy things. Don't think, I mean, now I'm not justifying child brides. Please do not ever think that I would ever justify that. But, and if it seems like that's a bit of a sensitive topic, it's a sensitive topic to anybody who's ever been to jail. So, because I went to jail for beating up an adult predator, and then when you get to jail, you find out child predators are even worse, and like, I mean, considered even worse. And so I was amongst friends there because a lot of the people I hung out with like had beaten up a child predator. So I was like, hey, I like you. I don't condone violence, but because that's illegal. But if they're gonna do it and they're gonna take the rap for it, like they kind of get the credit for it, and they get the commissary. Anyways, and see, and you got to be careful with that because then it seems like you're rewarding violence, and you got to be careful. And so that's why I'm actually doing the other problem. In fact, let's talk about that because I gave this to El Conejo. Uh, why not? Oh, sorry, that's all of my profiles. Oh, so people could like freeze that. I might have to edit that later. No, actually, none of them are private. None of them are secret. But actually, I mean, anyways, let's see. Communal. With a picture I took in Malaysia at some street art in Penang, Penang, Malaysia. Oh, it's so sick. And it's featured on one of the. In fact, oh, we're only a half hour in. Actually, I am going to take a break here, like 45, we'll say. Hold on. Nice. See, I don't know football. She's talking football, and like, and that's why, like, even if we did try to date, like, I'd be horrible with the football part. So I'm glad she found a dude that actually likes football. I mean, I love football, playing it, teaching it, watching it. I'm like John Cena there. My focus is no, I'm kidding. That means you can't see him. But anyways, let's talk about this. This was a complete curveball. I apologize to the CodinGame community. We're going to take a little side detour here. There's Mr. Smuff, so there's actually the Technical Academy. But this is actually for social engineering, for positive social engineering and blue team and preventative blue teaming. Sounds really hippy dippy because it is. It's how to stop people from committing crimes before they commit the crimes. And I'm not talking like no what is that, Tom Cruise and the Minority Report, where he would like predict when people would like do things like kill people or unalive, I guess I gotta say. Like, I mean, this channel already says there's gonna be drugs and stuff, so like, like whatever. But legal, by the way. So, sorry. I'm in Colorado. A lot's legal here, but and actually something else is probably going to become legal very soon. So if you follow South Park, they're trendsetters. So actually, I don't have it on me, and actually I probably should show that off without covering the number and all that. But I have a founder's card. It's like a little credit card that says I'm a founding member of South Park. Also, I don't know if you can see my lips rip open. That's kind of like a trait that like I've been nicknamed the Joker, and I've called myself the Joker a bit back in the day. But it's literally like my lips bleed because I laugh so hard, and it's cold up in the Colorado mountains. So like I've just been used to like just blood dripping out of my mouth, and not my mouth, my lips. So like, and every gal that I dated had to deal with kissing a guy with bloody lips and stuff, and so that's commitment. Anyways, geez, that was a nice trip down memory lanes. But communal. So I sent this to El Conejo. El Conejo, Spotify. And again, no disrespect. I'm just saying I think that's how they pronounce it. So we're not gonna play it because we got to be careful. We cannot play this. I asked him permission. Besides, I wouldn't do that anyway because that's just disrespectful. But I will advertise because he does have some good music. But let's get ready to shut off the autoplay. No, no, okay, okay, no. First thing I noticed though, zero tattoos, none, none, none. Okay, so that could mean one of a couple of things. He just hasn't been to prison. Okay. Excuse me. I don't have a lot of tattoos. Definitely no. I mean, yeah. Look, no tattoos. I have marks. I have like identifying marks that will get you in places in certain places. I have one tattoo that I can talk about. I'm just kidding. No, again, that makes me sound cooler than I am. I'm not. But I'm asking him, and he's Southside. That's fine. I mean, that's his group. That's his club. He talks about it. He reps the South. I think that's the Well, anyways, I don't want to be throwing up gang signs and stuff and like teaching the youth that might be watching this drug restricted channel. However, I do not consider cannabis to be a drug, and that is what this channel represents, is cannabis advocacy. Part of communal, actually. If you look at communal, you go into blah blah blah, got the board of directors. Those are all fake names, by the way. That's me. I'm Andrew Reynolds. It's just my initials. Misdirection. You gotta mess with people that are trying to spy on you. Anyways, I've driven some people insane, I'm sure. If I've ever had a Fed officer, an agent, wow. Anyways, Happy House Farms. Let's go here. Well, so these are a lot of avenues of helping people in need. Now, this is specifically with people coming from prison in mind, which I find hilarious. If anybody ever like tries to like rep a set on me or something, it's like, man, I'm friends with the people that control you, so I'm not really. But like I'm about 1 or 2 phone calls away from talking to the person that's in charge of your entire gang, like, and not like trying to flex or anything. It's like because I'm trying to do this stuff, and they know this, and so I want to help them because I come from Buena Vista, Colorado. And I rep that all day. Beautiful town. Look at that. We wake up to that every day. Every day. But the thing is you can't leave. If you don't have a car, that's Salida, by the way. Or wait, no. No, that's Buena Vista. Sorry, my bad. That's the town park. But Salida does have a dam that looks a lot like that. Now, that's Turtle Park, I think is it's called now. Or McPhellamy, I guess. That makes sense. That sounds familiar. But yeah, that's Buena Vista. That little town, snow-capped town up in the mountains. That's where I'm from. About 2,000 people, just hardcore people, and oh, that's one of my favorite views. It's coming in from Trout Creek, I believe. But that's actually set back. I don't think that's on the road. It could be. It's really windy through there. There's Main Street, South Main. Like they keep doing all these other projects. But anyways, let's talk about DOCBV. It's Buena Vista Correctional Complex, Department of Corrections. Doc BV. Let's see, can we get a picture of this? Yeah, there we go. That's what's in Buena Vista. It's a giant prison right next to 2,000 people that work at the prison. So we all grew up as inmates, basically. Like, they don't just, like, shut it off when they go home. They treat us like inmates. So, if anything, I probably knew what was gangster before I even knew any real gangsters. Like, and let's be honest, real. Like, a lot of times, like, until they prove themselves, they blah, 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 blah. And again, no disrespect to them unless the shoe fits, but you got to remember, you're going to likely end up right here at some point if you continue on who riding and stuff, and you got to be ready to answer to these people. I'm not talking about the guards, I'm talking about the people that live there. And if you did bad things that embarrass the group, you're going to get talked to. Anyways, and he's just very proud of it and stuff, and that's fine. Like, again, that's your thing. But again, like, what is that, a tattoo? Maybe right there, but that almost looks more like a shadow. Doesn't mean he doesn't have street cred, but look at that. Nada. The dudes that I know are covered like head to toe and stuff. So, not saying he's not real. I'm just saying he could be a federal probe. But I gave him this. Like I'm giving you all now. But anyways, without further ado, let's go back to Mr. Smuff's Technical Academy. I'm gonna just keep an eye in case that dude tries to get a hold of me. Hopefully he's okay. And I'll say more about that once, like, I know the dust settles and everything. Huh. I'm definitely muted. Well, anyways, noticing shadow bans and stuff on XApp. There's all sorts of little algorithms and things going on. I speak pretty directed to the president. I'm trying not to be as disrespectful as I used to be, but I do speak pretty pointed. So that's why I love living in America. Now, thankfully, most countries are kind of getting there. Oh, whoops. I meant to click here. Yeah, without any further ado, and OSCS was the nonprofit that I was going to start, but I don't need to. There's things like CodinGame, there's things like freecodecamp.org, and they let me do this stuff. Now, notice, yeah, 0 likes, and that's fair, because it's actually not ready yet. It's under construction, like everything I do, but I wanted to publish it so I could go ahead and start. It's just starting out, so it might not seem like much, but remember to check back later to see what is being added. So now all we have are how to get started, CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA CISP, working globally. So these are the topics, and actually I want to add a page. trying to remember the best way to do that. That's going to try to go. Those are navigations. Huh. Well, whatever. We can do it a couple of ways, so we'll just do it the other way, but then I gotta remember where it is. And we gotta go into... Actually, no, we gotta go to here. That's at 719. That is one gang sign I will flex, because that's not a gang sign. It's just the numbers. And somebody screwed it up by doing this stupid thing. No. What you do... There. 719, but it's upside down. 719. And also, you might recognize this one. Yeah, that's 303. Colorado is all about hand signs. It's funny. I think that's just human nature, actually. But, so let's see. Let's go back to just my GitHub, because that's still the website. Yeah, hey, I'm doing this, and this, and this. And I changed this because I had my college stuff. Now this is my professional. I am a computer scientist, which I am. White hat cybersecurity professional, which I am. And Coloradoan, which I am. I will say novice at all of those things, especially when in regards to CodinGame. I've met people that can do things that, like, professional level. In fact, let's go back and look at my level. My level is 11, I think. Yeah, 12. Sorry, 12. Just barely starting out, though. Oh, you can see everything I've done, too. Nice. I did a quest back in 2022. Because I was doing CodinGame when I was looking for my current job, and then I actually stopped once I found my current job, which I regret. I mean, I didn't do it intentionally. It's just once you start working, I mean, you don't have all this free time. So, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's done that. However, I do love, and actually, I was still kind of interactive. Let's see, 2022. All right, maybe it jumped up 2 years, but I continue to do this. Then I tried to do, so that was just interesting. I don't remember what did I do with that? Oh, I think it was one of these. I tried to do a Java one, and that was horrible. I haven't programmed in any other language besides Python in years, except when I did my tutorial. Now, back in 2022, I did do a tutorial. Let's look at that one real quick. So we'll go back to this one. And there's my link tree, all my stuff. Playgrounds. Which, oh, and I need to do the online voting concept, so that's kind of interesting. The governor now knows about that. And that sounds, again, more impressive than it really is. I Facebook stuff. I stand up for him every now and then. I voted for him. I like the guy. I think he's a very good person. I resonate with a lot of things that he says. I mean, he's a gay gamer, so first of all, like, he already checks some boxes of knowing other perspectives without even having to be like, I know what it's like for this, and I know what it's like for that. I have friends that do that. No, he is in those two categories. So, gamer, obviously, a lot of us are gamers and all that. Gay, no, I mean, I definitely like women, prefer women. So I'd say I'm in the LGBTQ plus two. So, but it doesn't matter. If I was gay, I would really want somebody in leadership that had my perspective of what's important for that. So, now it sounds like the president might be in the LGBTQ community as well, old Bubba, but we won't go into that. Oh, but I do say we talk about politics in this, so we could. It's fair game. But I direct you to Java. I did do some Java here. Now, all of this works. You can take this and put this in. I mean, it's not impressive. Like that, and that's the thing is anybody looking at this stuff like that actually codes is like, okay, this is like the first thing you ever learn in any language is hello world. That's it. That's all it is. And this isn't actually all of it, though. I mean, this is just the file. You have to do the Gradle and the build and the Java Ant and all these things that I have no idea to do. So I just use Eclipse. You can use Eclipse to do that. And actually, that's page number 3. And this is supposed to be beginner Java concept. So it is not meant to be like super. And actually, I think this one's like more liked than my Python one, which is funny because you can't do it in the browser. Now, let's see. But I go over all of the main beginner stuff for a novice, like all of the things that you need to know to start doing Clash of Code on CodinGame in any of these languages is all right here. Because I do the same thing. I did it in Python first, I'm like, okay, I wrote down the list of what I did for the Python one, and then I tried to redo it. Like, I mean, my intro is different. I think I used like different examples. It's at least worded a different way. Oh, I think I was going to do this when I figured out how to put a picture on here, which I think I know how to do now. Yeah, there's the Eclipse. There's where you can download it. Always check. In fact, you can't really see it. Let's fix that. Here's a little cybersecurity tip. Always hover over something and then look. Wait. Oh, you. I just tried to put my finger in front of the screen. It doesn't work like that. It's capturing my screen and then, anyways. Here, right here, all the way over is the link. See? Disappears. There's the link. Disappears. There's the link. There's a different link. I actually just posted the links as I pasted them as the links because I didn't want anybody being like, where's this taking me? But if it's something else, always check the link. And actually, you should just always check a link anyway before you click it because I could have changed something in here like, I don't know, I could have done www2 dot blah 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 blah, and that sends you somewhere completely different. It has to be exactly what this says. Why? Because a computer will only and always go to exactly where you tell it to go. So if you tried to send a piece of mail to one address and there was another address that looked very suspiciously similar, then the postal carrier would hopefully know the difference between the two. However, could deliver it to the wrong place. Now, if your computer, which doesn't make mistakes because of how a computer works, is it is exactly what it is and it's just copying. They don't think and create their own stuff, at least not now. I mean, maybe with all this AI stuff, maybe, but like they're not going to just take what you do and just start adding stuff in or taking stuff out. There's something wrong if your computer's doing that. It's probably a virus. But anyways, and you can see all that. What is that? Pictures on my desktop, apps on my desktop. See, that's what I did is I hid the apps that I actually care about. If people know that I have, like all this other stuff, I screened it and been like, yeah, okay. If somebody accidentally sees that, same with my list earlier. Yeah, if somebody sees that, okay, you're gonna know all my Google accounts, but I don't care because I just assume they're all compromised. It's a zero trust environment that I live in, and we should all live in. And that's part of zero trust. You hover over it, you see what, well, you can't see it now because now, and actually I can't even see it because I extended it below the taskbar. Whoops. Oh, come on. Oh, man. I gotta, oh, there we go. Oh, no, I think it snapped. Maybe. Because I tried to drag it there so I can see it. You can't see. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, maybe it snapped earlier. Or maybe my, oh, that's actually probably what it was. So I have my hide, my, actually you can see it. Yep. See, now it's at the bottom. Anyways, we're actually going to do some things, I promise. How far are we in? 53. Actually, it's almost break time, but it's good to talk about, and that is all security stuff. And then CodinGame, the whole point of Mr. Smuff's Technical Academy, and I'm not trying to make money off of any of this. Like, if anyone from CodinGame is watching, I apologize if I offend anyone. I like to think that they'll just tell me, be like, hey, please don't do that. But you don't want to assume. You should always act in ways that you don't think somebody would have an issue with. So then you can just know that there's a good chance that people aren't going to have an issue with it. Unfortunately, cannabis still being illegal in a lot of places. I got to put that tag on my streams, but you know, it's how it is. So I'm not going to be like on. Oh, and actually talking about gang stuff, or Norteño gave me this jacket. I don't know if I said that earlier, but so we're talking about El Conejo, and then we're talking about like I got Norteño friends. Haven't talked to him in years, by the way, and that's all we were. We were more like, huh, OSCP certification. Well, anyways, I was looking that up from a thing or something and all that. Freecodecamp.com. Gonna start to actually I donated for the first time. Ooh. I don't have a lot of money, but I did donate to this because I used a lot of their tools and they really helped me. Actually, that's how I learned. That's not how I learned. That's one of the tools that I used originally because my buddy got an internship working on a website, and and he found, actually it was CodinGame that he found, and then we both did a couple of the free lessons on HTML and CSS in CodinGame. And then they charge you for doing the lessons to learn the other programming languages. And then we found this from another friend, and they're like, "Why are you doing CodinGame? Just use free CodeCamp." I'm like, "Wait, what? Free? Because I don't have money." Like, I still don't, but like for this, I made an exception. So I don't really go out to eat or anything. I spend all my money on my kids. But hey, I'm part of that. So hey, and I'm a new A-Rye 719 CK Chafee Nights. But anyways, I'm just kidding. That's not a thing. CK is. Anyways. Again, actually, it's kind of hot now that I talk about it. Well, we're going to take a break. I'm going to step outside. We'll actually do some development. I wanted to add an IT section to this. And again, I hope he's okay, but see, I don't know. I'm way out of my depth. That's above A-Rye's head. And one person I know that would see that, she'd get a kick out of that. That's an inside joke. So, yeah. And so Mr. Smuff, that's just my character. That's my this. That's Mr. Smuff. I drew that back in high school. I used to do a lot of partying, and that was one of my hallucinations. It was an old man with, actually not really. This was just an idea I came up with, but basically, and that was the funny thing with our school too, is like if you got your work done, especially in computers class, if we got our work done early, actually it was only in computers class, then we were allowed to step outside and hacky sack. And my teacher, she actually said, and she, by the way, I was taught computer science in high school by a lady, and like, and I love that I can say that because that's one of the things I try to advocate for is more women in STEM, or at least like making it comfortable for women to get into STEM and girls and all that. Because it was my experience in college, there was like maybe a handful of women in a sea of dudes, and I don't care who you are, that's gonna make you uncomfortable because if you're the only one, especially, and not just any dudes, dudes with no game, a lot of dudes with no game that would just stare and drool and fantasize about those like 5 women in the class. It's like, I mean, yeah, I fantasize and stare and all that. But I try not to make it so obvious, and I try not to be disrespectful because they're people. They're someone's daughter. They're gonna be someone's mother. They're someone's sister or whatever. Like, they're someone's family. Like, that's just not cool. And how do I know that? Because anybody who's had a sister that somebody did that nonsense to, they could possibly have gotten beat up for it. Like, anyways, back to this. Oh wait, no, not this one. So that's just Mr. Smuff. That's why I pulled it up. The Python one is the one that I'm really happy about and proud of. Not trying to be too prideful, but I thought this one was really. And see, it's definitely got more views, but it's only got like 109 more likes and 20,000. Is that proportional? And also, this is kind of a fluke. This isn't all coding gamers, and I think that's part of why they put that paywall in there. Is because I was handing it out. You're like, check out this tutorial. But they do want to make everybody create an account, and that's fair. I mean, that's totally fair. And I wasn't trying to like spam it or anything, but I was proving that I was some stoner on the internets that hey, I'm teaching Python. And this one, I like it because it actually runs, and I can get the other one to work in the browser. I just need to actually take a day and be like, all right, let's learn this. I was going down a rabbit hole with that. I had found a coding gamer who had their GitHub published in their profile with a Java file. And in fact, let's bring one of these up because this is what I was looking for. This is JavaScript. Wait, huh? I forgot about all this. Nice. Well, so that's some of my JavaScript stuff that I used to do. I didn't do a lot. No, what I'm looking for is if we go to the repositories, and we gotta look for one of these heebie-jeebie, this one. Let's see what this is. Markdowns. Nope, this is my cybersecurity. So, not that. Just kidding, that's like the hash. So that, see, this one says Python, so it's not this one. That one says Dockerfile, so it's not that one. This one might be, oh, JavaScript right here. JavaScript, Playground, yes. Because I put it as a template, I think? No, this isn't the right one, I don't think. Yeah, that's the wrong one. So that is... Wait a minute. Oh yeah, and I made a backup in case CodinGame ever wants to, like, you know, destroy all the code for this stuff, but it actually doesn't matter. I mean, if you look at this stuff on here, it's really, again, under construction, or that's Java. Here we go. Intro, simple machines, some perspective, my YouTube channel. Because I actually recorded building this tutorial. So, like, in fact, let's look at it. And wait, check the link. Goes to A-Rye. There you go. Check the link. If you get stuck, I recommend watching the video that I did it. Let's check that out. And let's play a little bit of it, see if we get a copyright from my own. Yeah, see, I used to have a timer and everything. I need to do that again, the countdown timer. I did that because I didn't know how to space it out, and it's all fuzzy, and it's supposed to say, strange women lying in ponds distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. And so anybody who's a real Python programmer, I'm just kidding. Python was named after Monty Python's Flying Circus. So what I used to do is I used to put a Monty Python quote, and I still do. I've started it up again. So if we go back to this, any of these, CTC, Nissus, what is crucifixion? Yes, good. Out the door, line on the left, one cross each. Next, crucifixion? No, freedom, actually. What? Yeah, they said I hadn't done anything and I could go and live on an island somewhere. Oh, I say, that's very nice. Well, off you go then. He had it. He was out. It says, no, I'm just pulling your leg. It's crucifixion, really. And the other guy's like, ha ha ha, oh, yes, very good. Well, yes, I know. Out the door, one cross each, line on the left. He had it. He had his freedom. And then he was being too polite, killed himself. Or unalived himself, I guess we gotta say. I've already said it twice now on this thing, so. Doesn't make it right, but where's this at? That's still 5 minutes. Wait, did I have?
We'll go to Twitch, Python.
Oh, look at younger
I guess
me.
that was last week, and then.
And my second
minute,
monitor
what's
used to
going
be
on
up
here?
high, so I'm always like looking up. But it was cool because it's like I'm looking up at the. Oh, and I didn't notice.
Well,
Tom
that doesn't look good. Well, lucky for us, we're actually going to redo all of this on CodinGame. So if we go back to this,
sorry, I tried to say it
this will
like a
take you
French.
to Tech.io.
And yeah, see, this explains how to build a playground from start to finish. I did it all, and it's a almost 3-hour video. Just all the things and stuff, and I bounced back and from, and I did finally say hi to Thom. See, I don't know, and that's why I was saying that. I didn't mean to swear, actually. And I actually got one of my videos blocked from loading from my PlayStation because they said I swore in it. Which I'm pretty sure I didn't, but it was a corrupted file anyway. Like, I tried to take it off, and then, I don't know. Like, I don't think they allow you to, like, you have to go in with the video editor on the PlayStation, I believe. So anyways, but yeah, this is the video I did to make that playground. Oh, look at young Alex with no beard. Now I got... Alright. Anyways, I'm going to take a wee break and we're actually going to get some stuff done. But what I want to add to this, now let's not look there. Oh, there's that. There's this. That's all fine and good. Where am I with this one? Technical Academy. Cool. So what I want to add in here, so I want to speak on what I know, and what I know is IT. I've worked in IT for 4 years now. I'm going on my 4th year, actually 4.5 years. No, 4 and like a quarter. But I worked a year at an aerospace company and ended up being laid off, and then I worked as a software developer for a year, so I don't count that as IT, even though I probably should, because I did do a lot of IT and troubleshooting. Actually, yeah, I was an analyst troubleshooting people using the application that we were building, but I was an analyst with a higher level of understanding of code, and I didn't get to actually build a lot of the code. What the developer position was help maintaining and fixing code that other people wrote, which is actually what a lot of software developers do. You're not going to go out and build the next Facebook. You're going to end up working for a company, most likely, to where you're going to inherit somebody's code, for better or worse, and you're going to have to decipher. And that's why documentation is king, or is key. Let's try not to say king, even though I call women kings, but documentation is key for that reason, because you get passed off whatever code is on there. So, yeah, we're going to take a break real quick. We're going to listen to some Jacob Lyle. Oh, actually, I got to prime that. This is some other rapper I found through Jacob Lyle's SoundCloud. Test cases? I'm not sure what you mean. I was just doing these. So these are playgrounds on CodinGame. Now as far as that video we were watching, I was building this. Yeah. So, actually, let's go ahead and do this. I was about to step out for a break, but if you want to elaborate, we could take a look at it. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good song too. This one's fun. It's gonna play.
Northern Colorado.
No, we gotta quiet that. So, but yeah.
Checkups, preventive care.
I say that because it's a little strange to ask about test cases on a playground. No, there aren't really test cases on there. But if you're talking about Clash of Code, which a lot of people do on the CodinGame streams, I'm not gonna do that probably this one. I mean, I might do a Clash, but more so, I just hopped on here to work on this one, Mr. Smuff's Technical Academy. Also got to keep an eye on this. We got like 20 seconds before that goes, then I can pause it. But otherwise, actually, I guess I'll hear it because I can hear it slightly. Everybody can hear it now because of that, and I apologize. But yeah, no, so this is something I'm building on CodinGame. Of the CodinGame's IDE. Hold on, let's see. The CodinGame's IDE. Oh, okay. I think I might see what you're saying. Actually, let's go ahead and open that up again because there was one. Let's see here. There we go. So yeah, I actually did have a problem with, let's see. Let's go in there. Python concepts. And if you go to example algorithms, this one was actually under as far as test cases. So and basically what would fix it is if you just refresh or reset the code and it would pull through. And there was something that I was, what it ended up being was it was a simple file name issue. Like if we go to, well, like anything in here, it was in this, and it was a link in here in this view that I had wrong, which I guess it actually edits it in the GitHub too, so I could have introduced it in the GitHub. Let's see. When you click to test the code, oh, well. Yeah, because this was my mistake. In fact, I had this like, here's a bug bounty. I wasn't offering money or anything. I was just like, hey, if you fix it, and blah blah blah. But nobody ever like commented on it. And then I ended up figuring that out. And it still says this. It has an X, but I think you can get rid of it by this. But yeah, reset the code. It'll pull through a fresh, or no, you have to run it. That's what it is. Then when it runs, it turns green. Yep, there you go. So, as far as Clash of Code, I have not done. I mean, we could take a quick look at, let's see, a Clash. So it depends. It could be giving you errors for a few different reasons. Let's see. Now we're going to join a Clash. And where's my... Oof, I think I slipped. So they have a decay on this. If you don't... See, I know a few of these people. Or I've at least interacted with them. I follow this one. Talk to this one. Talk to that one. Clashed with that one. I know him from somewhere. I think I've watched him or something like years ago when I was first year. But anyways, let's do a Clash. Because yeah, it depends on like it could still be. I guess it depends on what kind of error you're seeing. Because it could be an actual bug in your code, or if it's like an actual there you are. So all right, and let's see. Oh, and actually, I can launch it. Interesting. Also, sorry, that's really loud. I don't know how to turn that down to hear me. I guess I could figure it out. Okay, so reverse mode. So before we even do anything, if we just play the test cases, it's gonna be like, you know, oh, those are wrong because it's gonna be spitting out answer. This is just Python, so I'm not sure. Matter what the language. And actually, oh, is this what you're talking about? Where it's spinning? Oh, that's not good. Stop all. Oh, no, I had not noticed this. Yeah. An error occurred. Verification process has elapsed. Not to seem paranoid. No, it's not because of me. Although they did stop. If you look at that, even though I said stop over here. Oh, yeah, no, that's not normal. But Oak Express is. Or no, that's not natural, but Oak Express is. Well, shoot. You can't really clash then. I mean, because even, like, I tried play all test cases and it won't. Verification process. Actually, hold on. Let's see here. So they got the Discord. Let's see if they're talking about it in the old Discord. Bug report. Oh yeah, November 20th. What? No, today's like the 28th, 30th. Oh, 30th. Oh wait, here we go. Hmm. Oh, yep, here it is. All right, so let's see it in the Discord here. Ugh. Network error. Also, this one. This has been happening since this morning at 1:21. Yeah, that's messed up. Uh-oh. Ban weekends for France. Oh, you know what? It's probably because it is the weekend. Like, yeah. Interesting. Well, yeah, no, and I wasn't even planning on doing a clash today, but I mean, I'm always down to do a quick clash, as you saw. Like, they are pretty fun and bite-sized, but oh, that sucks. I mean, you could submit it blind, I suppose. Oh wait, now it's even. Oh, that's because it does it for each one of the things. Oh, so I mean, oh, that's like such black box. Although, what's interesting though is check that out. They're not submitting. Usually a bot submits by now. We're doing what? We're almost 5 minutes now, 4 minutes. Nah, 3 minutes in. But almost always one of these, pretty sure these are bots. I've seen them before. Wow, yeah, that's and I hope that didn't sound like mansplaining. I actually was told by someone else because I was trying to explain something, and they were like, "You sound like you're mansplaining." I'm like, "Ugh, I'm just ADHD. I like to explain things." But yeah, but no, and I did that the other day too with another viewer. He was asking about good books for Linux, and he's like, "Yeah, I like Linux." I'm like, "Oh yeah, learning about like CD and all this." And I just threw out a couple basic ones just because that's all I could remember off the top of my head. But he's like, "Oh no, I mean, that's a little more basic. I'm more in the advanced." He was like AWK and PSH and PS and all these things, and even those I know awk is a thing, but oh yeah, the viewers, no, these are funny. Eventually, I want to get Nightbot handled to be able to do that. How do I do that? Let's see. I don't want to clear chat. Well, I know there's a way to delete it somehow where you can just delete that, but it's not. Look, they even have to make a special B to avoid the detection and then remove the space and streamboo.com at oh wait no streamboo.com. Either way, shouldn't cheat. I mean, I think we've all liked our own videos, which is actually funny that you can like your own videos. And I feel like I need to go back and re-like all my stuff because that might be like a moral lesson. Like, Willy Wonka's like chocolate factory. Like, how can we like your stuff if you don't like your stuff? You know, and I could imagine seeing like some big wig at Google being like, "So we brought you here, and you would have gotten the job, but you didn't like your own videos." Nah, I'm just kidding. You still got the job, but like they could like hassle you, and they're watching all this stuff too. In fact, Google Gemini today is now recording everything you say if you test its experimental features of AI. But they were already getting that anyway. Your phone transmits all that. But anyways, as far as this goes, I don't know. Yeah, that's like some black box programming, because if you can't test it, then you can submit it and risk getting. Although that's funny. Wait, Bitwolf disappeared. There was a fourth one that was I feel like I've seen as a bot. Oh wait, and it's just pending. Whereas you're clashing. Oh, what up, Brazil? Hey, sorry, I say that, but like, whenever I meet someone from Brazil, they seem very passionate about Brazil, and I love that, because like, I'm from Colorado. Like, I have the American flag here, but America schmerica. No, I'm from Colorado. Like, you know, our state is even more. Oh wait, did someone move? Oh, now you're in pending. I think it was maybe you're just trying to like run the test or something. But yeah, but Bitwolf disappeared. Yeah, no, I met another coder from Brazil. That's cool. I want to visit. Oh, and actually, so you follow um pouco de português? Pero I was in Portugal, and I said I only speak a little bit of Portuguese, so that's about it. Like, you follow um pouco de português, and the guy said you sounded like you had a Mexican accent or a Brazilian. No, he said Brazilian accent, but then he also said you could speak Spanish in Portugal, and I was like, they're not the same. He's like, it's close enough. Most people speak both, and it's like, I just feel like that's what like someone on the outside would say, close enough, and you know, be completely off base. But yeah, Portuguese is a little bit different than Spanish, and Portugal was awesome though. In fact, I got some more graffiti there, but I'll take pictures of the graffiti in Brazil if and when I go. I haven't been to Central America in a while. It was Costa Rica, the Bahamas, and Jamaica were the only places I've been down there. Brazil's a bit farther south, so either way, I want to do the Pan American Highway sometime and just go through all Central and South America. So, but anyways, shoot. So I guess nobody's clashing right now. Oh, there's Bitwolf. Okay, whoops. Oops. Come on. So Bitwolf was still in here, but now I'm gone. Oh, that's interesting. I was kind of about to joke, be like, "Oh, what did I do? How did I break this?" But nah, apparently it is a known issue. And yeah, I don't know if they're gonna fix it until the weekend's over. Oh, can't submit either. Huh. Oh, that means that there is no coding game today. Well, except for what I'm doing. Oh, that's why I worry. Like, was it something I did? I swear I'm not like trying to break anything, but I have access to this tool, and this is what I use. Actually, I haven't even. That's funny. Cheeky little Brits. Technically, we're descendants of British, I suppose, but no. Actually, I'm German Irish mostly, but I'm sure the rest is mutt. In fact, my uncle said as much. There might even be a little Native American in there, and that's fine. I don't think anybody's really pure blood anymore of anything, and that's okay. Anyways, I'm glad you pointed that out. That would have been I would have stumbled right into it. And also, I don't check the Discord all that much. I mean, in fact, like I actually started using the Discord after like 3 years the other day. I got in there. Someone was trying to post a job. Where was that? Yeah, the talk about anything here. Oh, oh, that's cool. Huh. I'm gonna throw a heart on there. Where's a heart? There you go. Oh, someone shares a project that they're doing. That is so cool. Let's check out the matching game. Alright, well, I'm going to do it in this browser over here. Going to discord.com. Wait, can I log in on this one? member. Oh, yeah, I can do it this way. Well, actually, this is a whole bunch of back and forth. Let's not even worry about it in here. I can, but I don't care to. Let's just do it. All right. https://openprocessing.org/sketch/2760377. Now, hold on. Before we even do that, so let's copy that. Oh, and actually, I gotta collapse some of these. Let's get rid of the Bone Thugs and Harmony stuff, because that was really more like I'll go in there. Okay, so, is openprocessing.org safe? Yes, open processing is safe as it has security measures in place, does not store your financial information after transaction, and prohibits malicious use of its platform. The site uses secure socket layer technology for data transmission and requires users to agree to terms that prohibit harmful or unethical content. So it says it's secure, but it's only as secure as people watch and make it to be. So we're going to take a little risk here. That's fine. Boom. I mean, if I need to, I could just wipe this whole thing and just be whatever. But Capjong, short for Capitals Mahjong. Okay. From Lisa Has Ideas. So, I mean, she's here, so she's at least known on the Discord, but Discord isn't a very safe place either. So here we go. Click to close and begin playing. So wait. This game challenges two parts of your brain. Your goal is to find pairs that go together, like Paris and France, or 2x4 and 8. Plus, you'll determine if those two tiles can run to each other in less than 3 turns. Alright. See instructions button inside a game for more details. Let's play. Alright, where are we from? Wait, what? Oh! Oh, these are things, so... The colors match. I didn't need to know anything. Okay. Countries and their capitals? Oh, look at all that. Look at this. You got all these toggle things. That's cool. Okay. Oh, wait. When was this sent? 4:30 p.m. today. Yeah, it was about 3 hours ago. So I was going to say, hey, I'm doing... Oh. People doing football things. Huh. Select all. Increase visibility by replying, interacting, but also I'm going to do it as a quote. Ha. And then that. I also sent Elon a trophy. I was sincere about it too, because he paid the most taxes of anyone in human history, and I gave him a trophy for it. And I was sincere about that. However, that said, it doesn't mean that he just automatically gets out of every other tax. But I like his ideas. Eventually, Elon wants to. Actually, let's do some Google Gemini. But also, wait, this is awesome. So perfect. Let's click again. Let's do this a couple of times. So we've got the two that go together. Oh, but they don't touch. So we gotta like. I like it. So it looks like we have the sizes here. Let's do large. Oh yeah, there we go. So now this is a little harder, and I think that 3 move thing is going to come into. Oh, it even says the possible matches. Look at that. You got the possible matches. Oh, if you click it, it tells you. Oh wait. Oh, so maybe if the tiles are on the outside, they have outside exposed, so then you can. Okay. So I'm going to say Sudan and Khartoum. I could say many colors, 7 colors, 3 colors, single color if I really want it more challenging. Because as it is, I'm just matching colors. Abuja and Hanoi, out of those two, there's 4 colors that are about the same. So all I really need to do is know about Vietnam and Hanoi, and this is where it gets a little racial, but more like profiling. Or I'm gonna think which one sounds more like people would say it in this place. And I've been to Vietnam. That's why you don't cross your fingers, because it's a bad word over there. And I didn't, by the way. They taught us that before we got into the country, and they're like, "Don't do that." Because it's offensive to people. It's like the middle finger. And it's like, okay, don't do that. Like I can't do the middle finger on this. And it's funny because I did like this is. See, now that's offensive if people are watching from the Middle East. So it's like Mr. Bean, that scene. Okay, we gotta look this up. Is Mr. Bean flipping off in car? We're gonna turn the sound off on it. Yeah. Oh wait, actually, I probably can't show that because then it's an offensive here. Am I gonna get in trouble if I show well? But see, he's doing the middle finger right there for anybody watching it. But this is a French company, so I need to worry about. And Europe is generally more strict on censorship and privacy. So I'm just gonna play it safe, not show anybody flipping anyone off. So I don't have to make this 18 plus restricted. Although I feel like a lot of my stuff already is. Plus there's drug use in this. So, I mean, like my label is like this is going to have topics of drugs and politics and religion. Oh, nice. And then whenever I repost something that Elon does, I get tons of bots like that. And I report all of them. I try to keep the internet safe. Huh. Alright. Okay. Alright, see. There we go. Sorry, I gotta argue with this guy real quick. So, Citizens Watch, 2 million. Our president, the first term, cost almost $2 million in. There we go. Okay. There you go. So what he did is he donated his salary, and he did it again this time too. So for the rest of the world, our president's an idiot, and I can say that. Actually, he's very clever, but he's very scammy, and I don't respect a scammer. I just don't. Like, if you can't say your entire deal in front of Jesus or Muhammad, or well, Muhammad's not really the equivalent for Islam. If you could say it in front of God, whoever God ends up being, which I don't know. I'm more agnostic and Arianistic, which is in this context means I don't think Jesus was God either. But if you can say that in front of a creator and do your deal in front of whoever created us or whatever created us, then okay. Otherwise, you shouldn't be doing it. So, oh, nice. What up? I just got the follow notice. Yeah, I'll follow you back here. Um, oh yeah, were you able to? Were you actually doing it? My bad. I wasn't even trying, as you might have seen. I was just yapping. Let's see. I didn't even pay attention to what it is because I couldn't. I mean, looks like you actually did stuff. Let's see. Const. What is that? JavaScript. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll follow you back. Nice to meet you. Oh, wait. How do I? Oops. Then I gotta. Oh, I gotta do this. There we go. Because it was showing. There. All right. yeah, like I said, nice to meet you. I met another person from Brazil on CodinGame, and I felt kind of bad actually, because there's well, I don't know. It's almost like saying I'm proud of being from Colorado, or I have friends that are from Texas that are proud of being from Texas, and I feel like that's very similar. Like, it's good to be proud of where you're from. I mean, it doesn't mean you automatically think everybody else is not great. I mean, and that's one of those misconceptions and miscommunications of our society, is where it's like what I call it binary logic, or either or thinking, where it's like, and I used to think it was straw man, but that's not appropriate, because I thought straw man was like you pull the straws, but that's not it. I mean, and you only have so many choices of straws. That's what I thought it meant. What it really means is you make a dummy or a straw man, and you put it here, and then you're like, that's the target, and then you destroy the target. And you're like, okay, problem solved. And then the real target walks off, or the real problem or issue or what have you gets away with it. So, but no, when I say binary thinking, it's like when somebody's proud of where they're from, it doesn't automatically mean that they disrespect everywhere else. It's like, hey, I know about this place. It's where I came from. That describes me. And anyways, I say all that because somebody said, "Oh, I'm from Brazil" in the Discord, and there was like a joke that they were saying like people who are from Brazil are pretty proud. But even that, if you think about linguistics, like speaking a different language than like every other country around you, and having this more unique, plus Portugal too. When I was in Porto, Portugal, I went on a walking tour, and they were talking about how like a lot of stuff went through Portugal, or was somehow connected to the sailors and the transporters of that era. I mean, like tempura in Japan was actually from Portugal, and like a lot of language in the Middle East is because of Portuguese and from Porto and all that. Like, there's just all these really random connections. The ukulele from Hawaii is not even from Hawaii; it's from Portugal, and it's a little guitar-like thing. And it's just interesting that like of that, and it basically symbolizes Hawaii, because they just loved having that, like the little ukulele, and playing like their nice tropical breeze songs and all that. Jeez, we're already like at an hour and a half. Hold on. Well, sorry the Clash isn't working. I'm glad you pointed that out, because I was maybe going to do a Clash 2 randomly. So I'll just randomly do that. I am going to only do a little bit more of this. Okay. Alright, and then... Oh, sorry, there's other things going on now. But nothing from my contact, so I'm a little worried about that, because... Let's see. Huh. Huh. And I like how he's like, because you say anything against the supreme leader, you got to be in a cult, you got to have TDS or Trump derangement syndrome. No, I just know that he's done some scammy things, so I don't trust him. And then when these other things come out that he may have done, I'm gonna be like, maybe he did. Like, he's done a bunch of sketchy things. So once a sketchball, not always a sketchball, because that's pigeonholing. But I mean, if he's been known to do it once and get away with it, and nothing really happened, yeah. So. Anyways, I'll be right back. Let's go ahead and queue this up. Oh wait.
Best Buy. Imagine that.
Oh shoot. Okay, good. Alright, well I will bring this back up, and we will be right back. I'm going to take a break. Let me go ahead and do the "We'll be right back," and we can enjoy some graffiti from around the world. Alright, here's Jacob Lyle. Send me out to sea.
Honey, come back. Sometime I'm on a red back jack. Sometime I get it up in my back. Sometime I'm going over there. Sometime my honey, come back. Sometime I'm on a red back jack. Sometime I get it up in my back. Sometime I'm going over there. Sometime my honey, come back. Sometime I'm on a red back jack. Sometime I get it up in my back. Sometime I'm going over there. Sometime honey, come back. Sometime I'm on a red back jack. Sometime I get a up in my back. Sometime I'm going over there. Sometime my honey, come back. Sometime I'm on a red back jack. Sometime I get a up in my back. Sometime I'm going over there. Sometime.
Now it's been kind of weak since a good night's sleep. I've been working on a dream I'll
probably never achieve. But to succeed, first you need to believe it. Life is a journey, send me out to sea. It's been about a week since a good night's sleep. I've been working on a dream I'll probably never achieve. But to succeed, first you need to believe it. Life is a journey, send me out to sea. Tell me why you stressing, be laid back, no question. Where we coming, where we go, but the good Lord know we blessed with good friends and family. Please push out the bad in me, it ain't hard to see. I like real women with real needs. Man, I'm feeling righteous, proud I'm just a white kid. Take a tech, put it to your head, let it blow if you don't like it. What, you never heard of me? Check it out like Nike. Ooh, we this small town, bumping out the windows. I used to play my tracks, these haters tell me turn it down. Saw you in the crowd, finger pointing like a foreman now. Oh, you see me now, I see you're still whack. Man, you get no love, but I think you know that. Your attitude is sour, I hope life gives you lemons. If you done dirt for power, you need God's forgiveness. When life gives you trouble, stuff up the knuckles, cause you can try to run away and make it home to suffer. What can I say? I'm Ricky Bobby in the gates, getting so much love that I'm expected any day. Keep it strict as major pain, troubles ain't a thing. I ain't scared to fight or run away.
Struggle, you can fight or run away. I have no struggle. Let's watch me throw away. I'm coasting on a dream. I'm coasting. This one's for you and me.
Check it out, yeah, we kick it like karate. I ain't here to chill with judo, but only you know the truth is brutal. Ain't nothing new though, these days I ain't myself like white men eating noodles. So, lately I ain't been on Facebook, cause I need my space. Bought my butt tastes good, I put that shit in my face. I just need to get away, anyways, as of late I had a lot to say. Too much on my brain, but I'm okay, and most say you should give up on it like a cold case. It's the country way, try and fix it first. Grab the broom, knock off the snow when the dish don't work. With no shirt, I don't know why. I got plenty in the dresser, still joking I'm a jesser, except past the lesser. My voice sounds like I can bust it under pressure. A bombshell, hidden gem, mouth full of treasure. See, I gotta find another way, motherfuck the interstate, unless I'm getting paid on stage. I'm on a board game, cause I think you need to get a clue. I think it's rude that I can't trust you. Like hot women and fitting rooms, y'all all stand out because all of you were born with big titties and a silver spoon and a foreign honeymoon. We're good for you. I'm influenced by the real that's inside of me. Health food nuts, want my vitamin D. No stress, I'm here in Colorado. Ain't worry about your gang signs. Wear my hat to the side of the sunshine.
Struggle, you can fight or run away. I have no struggle. Let's watch me throw away. I'm coasting on a dream. I'm coasting. This one's for you and me.
When I went to school like every night in a bag with the apple for my teacher, cause I knew I get a kid. Always got mad. When the class was stupid, the winning was possession. I always had a question. I would raise my hand to make a neck of my desk and help me with my problems. It was never much. Just a chick to smell and spit. I try to speak the touch. Oh, I wish I could hold her hand and give her a hug. He was married to the man. He was a thug. His name was Lee. He drove a Z. He picked her up from school probably at 3:00. I was on her top yesterday. I wrote graffiti on the bus. First I write her name, then carve her bus with my name class. Full of the class. I seen her yesterday, but still I had to let her pass.
Struggle, you can fight or run away. I have no struggle. Let's watch me throw away. I'm coasting on a dream. I'm coasting. This one's for you and me. Struggle, you can fight or run away. I have no struggle. Let's watch me throw away. I'm coasting on a dream. I'm coasting. This one's for you and me.
Now it's been about a week since a good night's sleep. I've been working on a dream I'll probably never achieve. But to succeed, first you need to believe. If life is a journey, send me out to sea. It's been about a week since a good night's sleep. I've been working on a dream I'll probably never achieve. But to succeed, first you need to believe. If life is a journey, send me out to sea now.
I think that song might have actually been copywritten, or like at least has not the song. Let me explain that a little bit. So I was talking to Jake about that, and he said it was sampled from Gunnison, I think, or something. One of those places up there, or Gunnison Days, or some festival. But either way, he said something like it might have been a mix. So that might actually been what flagged my copyright. Let's actually go back to that. So if we go to my stuff, let's go to my um. Hey. Wait. There we go. Copyright. Content detection. So no removal requests. That's good. So like, oh wait, is it community maybe? No. I still have some of the like the spammy stuff from before. People just comment things like just to comment things. And then I don't know. But is it copyright? Well, either way, you can see here, there's no restriction, and you can see visibility, but there, if you scroll down, there is going to be, wait, none of those? Okay, I've been busy, because I thought it was one of the most recent ones. Also, wait, before I go too far, let's go on the playlist. Yeah, we're doing live editing of the thing. In memoriam, this thing, videos, I gotta sort them, edit in YouTube, because I want them to be episode 1 through 4, as is they are newest, so I want oldest, because I do them in a row. So there, so I explain the story and what I'm doing in this playlist and making houses for ancestors, deceased, passed on people. Had a request, someone asked me to put a house in there for their kid passed away. And this is very public information. That's actually how I found out, was through TikTok, because I'm just starting out on TikTok. That's actually pulling my TikTok too. That's fun. A-Rye 970. I'm gonna put that safe. Yeah, it looks like I'm some creepy guy with like that, but I can't play them because they have music. But yeah, they have music from other people, so I'll definitely get hit for copyright for that. This is a Redman. Redman and Method Man are two of my favorite actors of all time. Actually, actors and musicians. Sorry. I first met them, or didn't meet them. Sorry, I first was aware of them in How High. Let's check that out. Yeah. Back when they were little youngins. What year was this? 2001. This is the year 9/11. But no, like that's so funny. And I didn't see it when it first came out. So that was when oh no, I was smoking weed and well no. Either way, the only reason I wanted to watch this movie was because I was smoking bud and I loved everything weed, but I had only just started out smoking bud. And this movie introduced me to a lot of funny things. And oh, I love it. It was so good. Rotten Tomatoes 25, psh, whatever. I could do any number of hand gestures. Just know I don't like that. Now, How High is a hilarious movie, great acting. Like, I mean, it's not no like, I don't know. I feel like the production value was. How do I say that? Their acting was right up there with anyone else's, but the thing was, is they weren't really acting. They were being true to themselves and being like how they normally acted. So it was like acting, but also just filming who they were because they were, and they're both in, you know, how much. Let's see how much they want to see. Let's do. Let's go with Redman first. Redman, get the Wikipedia page. He's a rapper. Yeah, I love Redman stuff. He's got so well, Redman and Method Man, and they're like two different styles too. Like you can tell when Redman's rapping, and you can tell when Method Man's rapping. And I feel like Method Man's more the enforcer, like the force. Like he'll hit you. I mean, Redman will hit you too, but he's more of like the calculator, the thinker. And I feel like Method Man. Plus, he's just bigger. That's what I'm basing that off of. And he spends more time in. Not more, actually. He shows that he spends more time in the gym. I don't know how much Redman spends in the gym. I'm not about to say that. Anyway, sorry. Covering my bases because the things that I say could come off as very disrespectful, and I want much respect for this guy. But let's find. Oh. Cool. Okay. So, Well, in 1987, he was expelled from Montclair Saint University his freshman year due to poor academic performance at age 16. What? Having no other option, so that must be like a private school or like a charter school or something, because university at 16, nah, you got to be 18 to go to college, like college university. Regular public school K through 12 is till you're 18. But anyways, so having no other options, Redman then went back home to live with his mother, Darlene. No, wait, what? Was he in college at 16? Dude, so let me back up a little bit. Wu-Tang, hold on. Wu-Tang members that speak at Harvard or Stanford. Could be Stanford. The GZA. Yeah, GZA of the Wu-Tang Clan is the member who has spoken at Harvard University addressing students at the Harvard Black Men's Forum in December 2011. He discussed his life, career, and the lyrical craft behind his music. Okay, that's a little different. The event was a lecture hosted by the Harvard Black Men's Forum, and the topic, GZA, also known as the Genius, spoke about his childhood musical influences, creative process, performance. He performed a cappella verses, acapella verses. Sorry, yeah, and rhymes during his talk. That's cool, but since that event, the GZA has lectured at other academic institutions, including MIT, often connecting his interest in science and physics with hip hop, according to NME. Oh, okay, so there we go. There we go. Maybe the only rapper who lectures about quantum physics. There. See, here we go. This is what I was looking at, because those didn't really seem like lectures. Like when you're lecturing, you're like leading a class and you're going really in depth in the subject material. That sounded more like he was connected, which is still great. Don't get me wrong. And I love that he's doing that, but it wasn't what I was thinking. This might be it, but like speaking as an influencer needs to be done first of all, but also like to be featured at places like Harvard. That's supposed to be like the top of whatever. Like I mean, you know. Anyways, because of his love for quantum physics and the cosmos. Okay, so he's not one to shy away from using dark matter for. Okay, so during his lecture circuit, it's just about music, Wu Tang, whatever they ask. He said, lately they had a little outline about what they wanted to hear me speak about: the globalization of hip hop, lyrics, Wu Tang's early years, my affiliation with Wu. Everything is hip hop. It's all about hip hop, but there are, which hip hop is graffiti, the spray cans, turntables, microphone, the DJ. Or no, it might not be the turntables, it might be DJ. There's like the pillars of hip hop. But anyways, not only has he given lectures, wait. It's all about special things he wanted me to touch on. So those are lectures that he did about all those subjects above, but he's done a few collaborations with many scientists. He's worked with people from MIT to contemporary Neil deGrasse, because I think I remember Neil saying something about how he talked with GZA, or just someone with Wu-Tang. I honestly didn't realize it. So GZA, the genius, that makes sense in hindsight. He's always been considered a little, anyways. Um, like that's how he identifies himself. Like I'm A-Rye because it's just a mix of my name, and like one of my football buddies made it for me, and I loved it, so that's how it is. But GZA, the genius, GZA might actually be something else, but like the follow up that he's the genius, like he's the mastermind, and they even talk about it in the music, like. Anyway, like a gang, like all this, but it's Wu Tang, so it's like separate from a gang, but it's Killer Bees on the Swarm, and for those that know, blah blah blah. And I mean, I don't think a lot of people are really that dumb, but maybe. So I'm not gonna again Front Street. If it's not on here, I'm not going to draw parallels that don't need to be here. Plain and simple. I need to try to be better about that. But Redman is actually not even in Wu Tang, or not in Wu Tang. Sorry, not to say not even, but he's not in Wu Tang. But I feel like most people consider him an honorary member. I mean, he's still. In fact, is it mentioned on here? Wu. I am officially okay on November 19th, 2010. He doesn't do a lot of rapping with. No. Block. I don't want. want notifications from this. Back in 2010, in a recent interview with allhiphop.com, Redman talked about his involvement with Wu-Tang Clan, saying that he's in fact an 11th member. Following that statement, unidentified members of the Wu-Tang Circle denied Red's official status in the group, but said the Jersey native is as close to being a member as you can get. Okay, and that's the thing, is like, and when he's like, yeah, I'm the 11th member, like, that could have just been more like, he considers himself, but the thing is he hasn't rapped on, like, Wu-Tang's songs. And so that's why, but, like, it's always been Redman, like, kind of like the outside looking in, but he's still been, and not that it even matters, too. Like, he's done a lot of work with Method Man, and so even just their stuff alone, like their Blackout album and all that, and again, that goes back to here. We've got the content list, or not CTC, but if we go, oh wait, well, we're here. Recommended books, and so that's that. So now if we go back to up here, because I stood on the shoulders of giants. Now, where did I start putting it? Anyways, I gotta fix that. But let's get to the actual CodinGame stuff, especially since I'm doing a CodinGame. I tagged it. This was what I started to do out. We're almost 2 hours in, and I just talked about like everything but basically this is eventually going to be a Network Plus guide studying. Like, I'm just basically going to Google how to study for the Network Plus exam and copy the stuff, like not copy it from there, but like I'm going to read like the title. In fact, let's do it. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do instead of these hypotheticals. Here, Network Plus certification practice test. Get free IT certificate, Coursera. Try to go to like the CompTIA network. Actually, let's just do the Network Plus CompTIA. No. There we go. And go to the website itself. And then there's the overview. No, let's not buy anything yet. Here we go. This is it. This is the test. Okay? So, let's actually just copy this. And in fact, I think I started to do that. So let's see where I'm at. Main areas of focus. Okay, so it's that, it's blah, and it's not really great. So, I need to figure out the formatting that they do. Let's pull this over. Where was it? So yeah, already. So I just copy and pasted it in here. So that time I did copy and paste, and I didn't mean it for like that. Now, like, I would go in and expand on all of these concepts. So let's actually just do it here. So we'll clean it up a bit. That sounds good. And I'm still gonna play some video games, but I've still got like, I mean, this is cool. It's early. Like, usually I'm getting ready to stream right now, and that's when I like why I don't stream a lot. But today I was like a lot more motivated. I kind of just ran in haphazard. You can see more of my house. I don't care. Like, I mean, again, the feds are probably watching me more closer than any of you could. So good luck, but don't. So, anyways, um, it's not a fun thing to say, but I mean it. Oh, and I am loyal to my country too. Let's get that straight first of all. Now, and that's why like I hate it. Like, I mean, I argue. Like, no, it's just personal things with Trump. Like, cause he's waging a war with Venezuela now for drugs, and it's like he was the president while his doctor and that guy clarified, and that's fair. Um, sorry to back up a little bit. I argue with people on XApp to try to do policy stuff, and he's saying I have TDS, so every concern that I have is automatically null and void. But first I said, well, let's back up a little bit. So the White House posted loud and clear. I say if you and I'm not going to read it. It's The Snake by Oscar Brown Jr. Wait. Okay. And so it's this video about how they've arrested all these bad people out of the millions of people that poured into this country. And there are some bad ones. There are. But just like there are most of the child predators come from church. And I've heard it explained that the reason is, and this makes a lot of sense, that doesn't automatically mean everybody that goes to church is going to be a child predator. It means that churches are often a safe place for all people to go, and sometimes that includes child predators. However, a lot of times it's like a church leader. So the fact that they can raise up into leadership is just, yeah. So and all that goes back to, I believe that if we did certain things, we could probably fix all that. But back to Network Plus. Jeez, that was like such a dark rabbit hole. So this is what I think I just copy pasted this in. So not here. The main area goes to focus. Okay. So this, and actually I'm going to. Oh yeah, from the network. In fact, let me even clarify in here. Main areas of focus from the website. There you go. So we can do that, and then we're going to do each section and just Google and YouTube and stuff, and we're going to slowly build this thing. And this is one of the certifications I want to do. I've already done a few LinkedIn Learning episodes with Tom Myers, or anyways, it's really great. And I'll write all that in here. I think, in fact, maybe I already did. Well, from the website. Wait. Let's see what this does. Build in progress, and then we'll publish. Huh. That's why I think nobody's liked it, because it's just an empty stub. And now we'll do. Did you do it first thing? Yeah. All right, cool. So that's what I gotta do. I just gotta put the spaces in between all of them. That's all. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And this is all really good stuff to know for a security career too. So you really can't go wrong with all of this stuff. So networking, especially for blue team, you need at least a basic understanding of networking. And then let's see how this all looks. And a lot of networking is just understanding like what IP addresses are, how those addresses work, what the hardware is, the routers, endpoints. I mean, there's a ton to it. And this is one of the hardest certifications that you can take in the tech world, that I've heard of, and I've heard multiple people say that. Now, whether or not they really knew what they were talking about could be debatable, but it's just what I've heard, and I'm now gossiping on. But even just looking at these lists, like, it's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff to go over. So let's go ahead and save that, publish that. And then, yeah, over time, I'm going to continue to fill this in. I mean, I'm planning to do like Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays. Like, not all of those days, all the time. But I think that's going to be the jam. I'm going to try to do, because this is like a second job for me. And it's not, I don't want it to seem like work, but these are my security projects that I'm working on. Not saying I'm inventing the internet or I'm doing any of this stuff. No, I'm just learning this stuff with you, the viewer. You know, and those are the fine prints, or like the subtitles you almost have to have for life, which sucks, but here we are. So, anyways, ta-da! So now we have all that. I wonder if I can make that bold. Let's see. How do I make it bold in here? How to make bold in YAML. The Dunders. Okay, let's try that. That's what I want to do. Let's go for like this. Oh, come on. Yeah, alright. So, the dunders, that's double underscores. That's a thing in Python, which actually I haven't had to do a lot because the Python that I know, I just learned from the cybersecurity bootcamp, which we did scripting and basic stuff. I mean, we were basically handed, here's an example file, now take it, leave this stuff alone, leave that alone, and just change the stuff inside. Kind of like how CodinGame does, edit the code above and below this line, etc. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I mean, I guess I'm looking for just stuff that doesn't start with a dash. Okay, maybe I did try to. You can only go so far down, and if you click outside, it tries to go you back up to the cursor. Okay, so I even did the double space. Okay, I guess I like it. So now it's broken down just like the CompTIA website. So anybody that's coming in fresh, doesn't have any money to spend on this, and just wants to study for the certification, can follow this guide and follow these videos. Like, I mean, we're almost into the new year. So my playlist is going to only be like what I started. What is my oldest in there? So let's go back to this. Twitch videos and of many. Okay, so number 28 is from November. So July, so half a year. And then, so my next playlist is going to be a lot bigger with all of these ones, a lot more stuff. For now, let's go ahead and publish this. It's been published, all right. It looks a lot cleaner. I wouldn't say a lot. I still might want to look like more spacing. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, that's cleaned up a lot compared to what it was. It was just a jumbled mess of words. All right, but so that's good. And then well-respected authority on the standards of knowledge one should have for certain tech roles. This particular cert is considered one of the most difficult and most valuable to have. Being able to succeed with tech networks is a good sign to be able to succeed with just about any type of IT job. And that is true because within networks, understanding networks, you need to understand binary notation. You need to understand how addresses are routed in binary. You need to understand all this stuff. Let's look. It covers it. So we got networking concept, the OSI model layer. So you got everything from physical and without looking at it. Let's see. Physical, data link. Oh, there's like a pizza algorithm or anagram with like the toppings. And I only remember this because of that. But I know physical is the basic. That's the plugging into the wall. It starts at that. And then on top of that, you have data link. There's application. There's a few different layers, and each of these layers symbolize either a piece of physical technology or logical technology that allows the layers above and below it to connect. And the reason that that's so useful is because if you can use the same protocol to enforce that packets of information follow a structure, and for this case, they come in padded, there's like layers. It's like the Russian dolls thing. So you have a bunch of Russian dolls in the middle, or just layers of like shells and stuff, and it's the wrappers or the ways you can think about it. It's the beginning and end. And so these bits mean this, and then they get taken off and moved up to the next layer. Then those bits mean something else. Then they get taken off. And what you end up with is the actual packet of information. And to make it even more complex, all of that is scrambled and encrypted in most of that SSL socket layer we were looking at earlier, of how this website is safe. Where was that? This, because it has the HTTPS. That S means you're using SSL encryption or some kind of similar encryption. I think SSL is just the industry standard right now for HTTPS, but I think there might even be another one, and the browser will communicate that, and Chrome knows what's going on with all that. And stuff like this, like that is really cool. I mean, in fact, I'm going to say that. Whoops. You can. So this is really neat. I like all the places you can adjust stuff. Um, let's see, small, medium, large, many colors, 7 colors, 3 colors. Oh, that's kind of hard on the eyes too. I would almost think like, really, I like all the places you can adjust stuff. Moves reminds me of words with friends and how you can spend game currency. Possible moves. Alright. There you go. Cool. I commented it. So, anyways. Uh back to this. So what are the layers? Yeah, physical. But physical, data link, network, transport. Oh yeah, transport. That's kind of a session. See, these are the things you need to know if you take the Network Plus certification. So, because it will ask you what are the layers of the OSI model and explain what they do, and they could have some fake stuff, or they'll ask like, what layer of the OSI model was this problem in? And you're gonna have to think about it. Be like, okay, so the packet was this big. So how big is that? How many wrappers are on that? Well, the base packet is this size. So no matter what, it's going to be this size or less. And they'll throw some curveballs, probably like a packet that's just like a little bit too big to actually be a packet. And then it depends on what the network standard is. Well, that's why we have the IP, Internet Protocol. Addressing has to be the same. And then, hmm, well, either way, the OSI model, and the reason that they make each of the layers to where they can work with the one above and the one below is so it can be modular. And then if you ever need to swap out something and fix something, instead of fixing the whole like model, you're only fixing a layer. Because when you get into actual networking, like how to get this information that you're seeing to wherever you're at, like it could even have carrier pigeons along the way, like one of my professors used to joke about. But like, it's just however this data reaches you and gets seen here. So, yeah, protocols. There's a different protocol for all this stuff. Telnet, I think, isn't used that much anymore. S or FTP should not be used if possible. You should always do SFTP because that's secure. It's an encrypted version of file transfer protocol, or the file transfer protocol that has encryption. So, and even then, you got to be careful. Like, just always assume, and your security is just an ongoing thing. It's never done. SSH is a good one to know. That's how you can like do a secure shell into a Linux system if you allow it. Now you can turn that off, so you can deny remote access, which you should. If it's a computer that you're always going to be using in person, just deny remote access. That makes it to where they have to physically come into your house. And again, don't try it because I am a little crazy. So, and like that's every like redneck stream is for somebody to. And I feel like every person like that has a lot of testosterone is like, which I might be slowing down maybe as I get older, but not now. If you break in now, I'll break your legs and I'll laugh about it and I'll rip my mouth and it'll start bleeding and all this, and it'll be a bad time for you. Hilarious time for me, but physical security is my point with that. So if someone's in my house, we have more problems than if they're on my computer playing with my internet. Like, so if you disable remote access to your machines, you're safe. You can make it to where you can only access a machine from the network, but then even then, you got to make sure you're aware of all the devices parked on your network. And this is really getting more into security, but it is relevant to the network thing because you're going to talk about all the devices connected to your network. Let's see, yeah, unicast, multicast. Wait, Anycast, broadcast. Okay, so I would need to know. Like already, I can tell you, broadcast is where it just sends out a ping to everything on the network, like everyone. Just let's go through a list of all the known devices that the router has, and the router keeps track of each device that's connected to the network. Mine actually tells me all the devices. I love it. Like anytime something connects, it's like, hey, this connected. I'm like, wait a minute, that's weird. But it could be my virtual machines. It could be my many myriad of devices, and I check every single time that something connects to my network. That router sends me a ping, sends me an alert. And that's becoming pretty much standard anymore if you set up the app and if you know how to work the app. So that's the next step. And that's actually one of my projects. Well, I got rid of it, but basically, wait, what was I talking about? Hold on. Helping to educate the common person that's tech averse or might have a tech aversion to tech for whatever reason. Doesn't matter if you just don't use it a lot. Doesn't matter if you're getting older and like that's not from your time. And it's just really everybody's like rate of exposure to technology, and that's why, and that's what I wanted to add to this thing. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. I think I did just do it in GitHub then. That's wild. I don't remember. I do not remember doing that. So let's go into where's the Smuff? I don't think I found it. Last updated October 6th. When did I do this? Was it really that? Let's try this. Um, no, this is not it. Oh my gosh. I wonder if there's a way to see it in here. Like my playgrounds. Go to here. Check it. It's in Node.js. Okay, maybe it's in this, but that's like a hash too. That's way too big of a hash to be relevant for what this is. Like, see, and that's way different. That's an alphanumeric, where this is, where'd it go? Oops. That is a hex key. It only uses A through F. So it's hexadecimal, so it tells me it's most likely a hash. Might even be just a SHA. I'm not even going to venture a guess. There's SHA-256, there's SHA. There's a bunch of them, and I actually have to look them up because I don't even know if that's right. But in GitHub, it's listed as blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and all this stuff. So it should have been like recent. Not that one, 12 minutes ago. Wait, what? Oh, wait. This is it. This is it. Okay. Because I updated it from the tech at wow. I updated it 12 minutes ago from this website, and they have direct access to my. So if they ever wanted to do a delete all with these playgrounds, they totally could. CodinGame could. I don't think they ever would. I hope they would never do that, but I hope if nothing else, they would just. Yeah, he's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy. This project is titled Mr. Smuff's Free Technical Academy. It is meant to be a culmination of many of my side projects, projects like Arco, OSCS, and characters like Mr. Smuff, Debbie Detail, and General Gist. Now, that's who you saw with the different Chrome browsers. I have one for General Gist, I'm going to have one for Debbie Detail, and I'm going to have like full characters that I'm going to go through. See, I started to do it with my social media profile, which was one of those Chrome profiles. Basically, I was being Mr. Smuff and like saying I wanted to make a playlist of all the things I would do on CodinGame starting fresh. In fact, that's me right here. A-Rye Dose. Where am I? There I am. A-Rye Dose. So that's my second one. I'm only level 2. And we can't do Clash of Code. And it looks like we can't even do the puzzles right now. So until they get that fixed, which, I mean, I get it. It's the weekend. Like, stuff's going to be down, and that's fine. But, yeah. So, Here's me. All right. And actually, I think I'm getting close to being about done with this. Yeah, we got a good 2 hours and 15 minutes. Probably going to go do some gaming. I don't know if I'm going to stream it or if I'm just going to enjoy some gaming, but it is Sunday. Yeah, I might stream it. We'll see. And if people want to stop by, they can chit chat. I got to do a bunch of camo grinding. That's what I'm trying to get done. Yeah. But what would I talk about? All the stuff, because I feel like I already kind of discussed a lot of what I would talk about during the stream. But I can talk about what I'm doing here. But I mean, we got this, and in fact, The Life of Brian has a funny scene where like all they do is talk and plan about stuff, and they don't actually do any action. So it's kind of funny. I feel like that's what I'm doing here. I mean, at least now I have like all the different things separated, so they're easier to see. Yeah, like what would you do if there's performance issues? Where would you check? What layer would that be? The physical layer? Okay, is it a plug? Is there electricity going to it? Or not electricity? Is it a live connection? So, and that's part of networking too. Is like when you plug something into the wall, is there something connected to that that's listening to that plug? That's something that, and then you have like a brain or a central, like either a switch or, and these are things that I gotta study and yeah, and I'm learning. So yeah, VLANs, virtual local area networks, to segment network, and you need to have that because if someone compromises this layer, they shouldn't be able to see every VLAN and every little like mid or smaller segment of your network. And it just makes it harder for a malicious actor to get in there and do any damage. And the problem is if you don't have good detection systems, they could be sitting in there for weeks or days, weeks, months, years before they even do anything. And they could be trying something like, let me try to log in here. And so, like, to the untrained eye, you might see, oh, wait, what happened here? Oh, oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to. Oh, my bad. I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Yeah, if you're talking about the CodinGame stuff, hold on. Sorry, I was just like talking for a long time. In fact, they're probably not even here anymore. It said there was only one person watching. My bad. But you can't do the testing. They said it on the Discord, or they haven't said it, but a lot of people have reported it. The tests, the tests just aren't working, and that's kind of the general census. So in the Discord, there are a lot of people that reported it, talking about anything here in the. No, it's not that one. It's the bug report. And yeah, it says oops, an error occurred. So it's not just you. Then also, my bad. Do you know anything about mitosis? Hmm. Also, sorry, I'm a little like looking at usernames too. Like, I don't know if that's the best username to have. Um, it could mean something completely innocent, but Kineticore. Well, we're gonna Google that. Kineticore. Wait, what? Kinetochore for centrometers? Oh, okay, so it looks like a unit of measurement. Oh, yeah. Um, so there's mitosis and meiosis. It's cell division, from what I remember. And this is digging back to like grade school biology. I haven't used this in a long time. But yeah, it's cell division and I think mitosis. One's one way and one's the other. One's self-replicating and then one, I think, well, we could look at it. But then as far as kinetic core, the centromere of a chromosome during cell division to which the microtubules. Huh. No, actually, I don't know a lot about this, but I was actually about to sign off, so I apologize. And also, I think you might have all left anyway, but we can get into that next time. I'm going to try to stream again tomorrow, and Tuesday, but I don't know if I'll be doing a coding game. Like, I was only doing coding game today to try to work on this, which I didn't end up actually even doing that for the first hour, so I apologize, coding game. But at least I try to do some of this. And this is still coding game. This looks like it says Tech.io. That's how you edit these playgrounds. And so I was able to edit this to make this a little cleaner. Yeah, so apologies I didn't see the chat. Yeah. So I actually lost the chat window. But anyways, let's queue up another Jacob Lyle. And let's, I want to try to get, oh, this one's good. But I think that was why I might have gotten the copyright thing.
This is the sound of Claire cooking dinner at home.
Now we've got an ad.
All
Alright. Well, what can we talk about for like 30 seconds? I mean, I don't want to go too far from it. Yeah. Is it just the one? Alright, well, either way. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Again, apologies I didn't see these chats. But that's why you can't test the program. That's why. So it's just it's a known issue. There isn't any like fix. It's the weekend, so there's probably not going to be a fix until at least tomorrow. But yeah. So is there anyone else streaming right now? No, it's just me. Yeah. So all right. Well, ta-ta for now. I might get back on and play some games, but for as far as the tech stuff and the actual educational stuff, that's done for tonight. So we're just gonna be gaming. All right, see ya in the next one. Ta-ta. Oh wait, I gotta play. It's a little loud. Ta-ta.
We just some country boys on them old dirt roads, in the woods as far as we can go. Past the hood where the green grass grows, smoking bud, I'ma ease my soul. Cause I love being nowhere, drink myself out of my chair. Real country cruising in Hank Williams influence, baby. I love the breeze in her hair, and there's a reason we're there. Real country cruising with Dane Williams influence, homie. Country boys on them old dirt roads, in the woods as far as we can go. Past the wood where the green grass grows, smoking bud, I'ma ease my soul. Born country, hit from the sticks, no lying, you can trust me. I grew up on the dirt roads, riding in the front seat, up there with the groceries, holding up elk sheds like they was trophies. Now we getting stuck, living in a state of day. I know that you've been working and you wanna get away. I've been working all week, I need help relaxing, riding in that smoky truck with the seatbelts fastened. It's like, oh, and you gon' wanna stand when we hit the sand, working on your tan, you gon' think that I planned it. Arms out like the redneck Titanic, traveling high speeds cause the sands demand it. See, I'm a man who stands for what he thinks right, from the land where mountains stand over prison lights. Get to any town, back roads on a motorbike, where the motto is, do what you love in life. See, I'm a man who stands for what he thinks right, from the land where mountains stand over prison lights. Get to any town, back roads on a motorbike, where the motto is, do what you love in life. Do what you love in life. We got glasses up cause we toasting, we got lighters out and we smoking, sitting around pickups with spit cups and slip ups and hiccups. My life is like a walk in the woods cause I don't need. We got glasses up cause we're toasting, we got lighters out and we smoking, sitting around pickups with spit cups and slip ups and hiccups. My life is like a walk in the woods cause I don't need much. Country boys on them old dirt roads, in the woods as far as we can go. Past the wood where the green grass grows, smoking wood, I'ma ease my soul. Cause I love being nowhere, drink myself out of my chair. Real country cruising in Hank Williams influence, baby. I love the breeze in her hair, there's a reason we're there. Real country cruising with Dane Williams influence, baby. Country boys on them old dirt roads, in the woods as far as we can go. Past the wood song.